I know that zoos can be quite controversial, but I gotta tell you, if more zoos did what Kolmården Wildlife Park do, I'm quite sure that the people with a negative opinion about zoos would have changed their minds. Follow my journey through Northern Europe's biggest zoo, and I will try to show you why I think zoos and wildlife parks are essential for the planet's wildlife. Also, if you want to know everything that the zoo does for the planet's nature and wildlife, make sure to stay to the end, and I will tell you everything I know about Kolmården Foundation. But until then, let the journey begin. We will start off our journey in Central Africa and with the critical endangered eastern bongo. It is estimated that there are only 60 animals left in the wild. The bongos at Kolmården are part of an international conservation program which aims to save the species from extinction. After our quick stop in the rainforest in Central Africa, we will move south to the Savannah and semi-desert. Here we find the least concerned meerkat. These amazing animals live in family groups that can reach up to 30 animals. They are well organized and each member of the group has a special task. When hunting outside the burrow, some of the members of the group act as sentries and others stay near the burrow looking after the young. Their food consists of scorpions, eggs, and lizards. Poor scorpions and poor lizards, but meerkats gotta eat. Turning back north again, heading to the rainforest and savanna in Central and Eastern Africa, we find the endangered chimpanzee. A fun fact about these social apes is that when they groom each other's fur, they are removing dandruffs, dirt, and not fleas like you might think. At the same time, they can also make a special sound with their teeth. This social grooming is the most calming form of physical contact, and it will make the bond between the members of the group grow stronger. We will stay in the rainforest in Central Africa, where we find another endangered species. This is the critical endangered western lowland gorilla. These peaceful animals live in small groups that consist of one male called the silverback, and he lives with 2 to 3 females and their offspring. When the offspring sexually mature, both the males and females leave the group. This can take up to 3 years. Until the offspring has matured, they will sleep in their mother's nest, a nest that the gorilla make a new one for every night. At the wildlife park, you will also find a huge savanna. Here you will spot a variety of animals, like the world's largest bird, the ostrich. Near the water, or in the wooded savanna, you will find the red river hog that spends most of its day searching for food. You will often find the red river hog follow groups of chimpanzees in hope that they will drop some fruits on the ground. On the savanna, you will also find other animals that have a stable population in the wild, like the sable antelope, or the litree, or the blesbok. But you will also find some endangered species on the savanna, like the near-threatened white rhino. There are only a few rhinos left in the wild. These huge animals are being killed by humans because people in some countries believe that their horns can cure diseases. On the savanna, you will also find a gravy zebra. Each zebra has a unique pattern which enables different zebras to recognize each other. The last species on the savanna is the addax antelope. This species is critical endangered and there are only 30 animals left in the wild. Kolmården Wildlife Park, together with other zoos, have released addax antelopes in protected reserves in both Morocco and Tunisia. After our visit in Africa, we will continue to Northern Europe, Asia, and North America, where we find the near-threatened brown bear. I must say that I really like this enclosure. It's very big and has some very cool natural features built into the habitat, like this cool waterfall. A brown bear can have between 2 to 4 cubs, and the mother and the cubs stay together for 2 years before the cubs leave their mom to start their own solitary journey. After a short stop with the brown bear, we will continue to much colder latitudes. We are now going to visit Central Asia and the endangered snow leopard. Temperatures here can drop down to minus 50 degrees Celsius or minus 58 Fahrenheit. The snow leopard's thick and warm coat protect it from the freezing cold weather. They are also known to use their tail as a blanket to protect their face. In the same mountains as the snow leopard, you can find the jock. These animals can be found in mountains up to 6,000 meters above sea level. They can also be found in semi-deserts. Also in Central Asia, you will find the Bactrian Camel. Temperatures here can go from 50 degrees Celsius or 120 Fahrenheit in the summer and drop down to minus 40 degrees in the winter. The humps on the camel's back contains fat and are used to sustain the camel during times when food is hard to find. The last species living in the same enclosure is the Kulan. This is a type of donkey that is endangered in the wild. This is believed to be due to the competition with humans over water holes, but also because it's being hunted for its meat. Protected reserves have now been established to protect the species. Also in Asia, we find another endangered species. This is the red panda. Despite its name, the red panda are closer related to raccoons rather than the giant panda. The red panda is a great climber and spends most of its time up in trees. Even though they are labeled as a carnivore, the red panda's diet consists mostly of bamboo. Since bamboo doesn't contain a lot of nutrition, the red panda spend many hours of the day eating. We are now going to visit the world's largest cat, the Siberian Tiger. I think this enclosure looks amazing. The tigers have many places to explore and a big water feature to swim in if they would like. Today we were unlucky though, there was no tigers out in the enclosure. Kolmården Foundation is helping park rangers in the wild to protect these amazing animals against animal poachers. The result of this is that more poachers are being arrested, and the number of confiscated guns has doubled. This impact have reduced animal poaching, and the number of wild Siberian tigers have increased in the wild. The last Asian animal we will visit is the Asian wild dog, also known as the Dhole. These dogs are found in groups in the rainforest or on grassland. The members of the group take turns on taking care, guarding, feeding, and playing with the pups. The group has a hierarchy with a dominant male and female. But when it comes to feeding, they all eat together without aggression. Let's dive into the water where we find the wonderful Harbour Seal. These seals are actually born on land before they follow their mother into the water. It is common for people to find pups on the beach where it's easy to believe that the mother has deserted them. This is a mistake, and the mother always stays close by. She usually stays away because of the presence of people. So it's very important that you stay away if you see a pup on the beach. In the same habitat, we find the fur seal. The fur seal is located in the rocky shores and oceans around South Africa. They spend most of the time in the water and only come ashore during June to August to shed their silky fur, and between November and January to mate and breed. We're now going to visit the last animal in the wildlife park before heading out on the safari. As you can see, we're in the lagoon to meet the Bottlenose Dolphin. These amazing animals breathe air just like humans. Different from humans though, the dolphins are conscious breathers. This makes them unable to sleep in the same way as many other mammals. Therefore, the two halves of the brain are rested one at a time. Did you know that the sound that the dolphin produces actually comes from the blowhole and not from the mouth that you might believe? We're now going to visit the safari. I will stop talking and let you enjoy the view of the amazing landscape and the animals below us. Once the safari ride is over, I will tell you more about what the wildlife park does for the nature and animals in the wild. But for now, enjoy the ride. a world of environmental degradation, war and climate change, many animal species are threatened with extinction, and zoo conservation work is now more important than ever. At Kolmården, many animals are part of long-term conservation programs with the goal of saving the species for the future, but they are also working intensively to protect the animals' natural habitat. Kolmården actively participate in 19 conservation programs for endangered species within the European Zoo Association. The animals kept in European zoos within the program act as a reserve if any of the wild animals become extinct. Another 11 of the zoo species are represented in the international pedigree books in case if the situation for these species gets worse. Kolmården Foundation support 8 conservation programs in the wild for endangered species. The porpoise in the Baltic Sea is threatened with extinction, and Kolmården has financially supported a research project. This project has contributed to the establishment of a large nature conservation area. The wildlife park has also donated to the work of rescuing the tigers in East Asia. The same financial support has also been donated to the work of developing the park rangers' opportunities to protect the rhinos in Kenya. Thanks to amazing wildlife parks like Kolmården, people will get educated and learn more about this planet's amazing wildlife. I personally strongly believe that people form a stronger bond with something they see in real life. Therefore, I think zoos are essential because without them, I'm afraid that people wouldn't care about the wildlife. I'm so happy places like Kolmården exist, and I wish more wildlife parks would follow their footsteps and really prioritize the education that they provide for the guests. I hope you enjoyed the journey throughout Kolmården Wildlife Park, and if you like these type of videos, make sure to leave a comment and let me know. Also, don't forget to like the video if you stayed all the way to the end. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.